Yeah, I just took a shower because I don't want to smell like hot garbage while we do this local report at Crazy Nick's Games. Crazy Nick's is doing the Lunar New Year tournament. It is a special English tournament for the Lunar New Year. Participation nets you this Shiyoko card, and that's essentially it. I'll be honest, I'm only going for that China dress Shiyoko. So the deck that we are going to be bringing is the Standby Frieren deck, also known as the Fern Stark ship deck. It took a minute, but all of the cards came in and we have it ready to go. So let's take that hour-and-a-half drive to Crazy Nick's and see how this deck does.
I'm on a health journey, so we are eating the lunch of champions. I'm just kidding.
All right, had to go to the motherland first. Local report, Crazy Nick's Games. It's kind of cloudy, it's raining, so we might have a shot today.
Now, friend of the channel, Handtrap TCG, does stream all of the locals live on their Twitch channel, so make sure you give them a follow so you can keep up with the local scene. Round 1 started, and I got the bye. So I sat around and twiddled my thumbs while everybody else was playing Weiss Schwarz. I admired my card sleeves and my playmat. Also, thank you Bushy Road for letting me win that contest for the playmat. What really sucks when you get a buy card is that there's really nothing to do, so you kind of just like hang out. So I went to the bathroom, did the obligatory bathroom selfie, and yes, I washed my hands. Kind of walked around. Here's a standee of some cute girl from Vanguard. I don't know who this is, but if you do, let me know. I'm interested. Now, Crazy Nick's has English Pokemon. They don't have Japanese Pokemon, which is what I buy. But I did tell myself that if I get the top cut, I will get that Full Art Nidoking. It is very nice. Or that Celebrations Venusaur. I actually still don't have a Venusaur, but I'll probably get that Nidoking. It's probably cheaper. And round was against friend of the channel, Handtrap TCG, and their Bang Dream deck. My standby targets were very big, even though they played that Yukina that got up to 12k power. To quote Handtrap, they said, "You forced me to play like a Yu-Gi-Oh player." After a good while, we received our Lunar New Year PR cards. Here's a very cute Shiyoko in the front and a Shiyoko on the back. And here is the actual card themselves. And we got a whole, close to a playset. We just need one more.
You need a win to get the last one.
I need a win to get that. Wait, is the winner's PR card like foiled or?
No, it's full, but split Quince one.
Oh, it's the Quince one. Okay. So if I wanted a full playset, I had to get top. So that's what I'm shooting for. The final round was against Hololive Production. This was a split Aquagura build. I canceled like a god consistently, and I kept my standby targets on board for a good while, but those lolly witches really got me in trouble a couple times. What got me the game was actually the Burn 4 Swing 2 from the early play, and with that we actually won the tournament. So here is the winner's PR card from Quintessential Quintuplets.
I'll probably stop by tomorrow and see if I'll get a surprise box.
And here is the Full Art Nidoking. Gorgeous. And while I was walking out, I found this Wasteland from the Magic the Gathering Fallout collaboration. Here is the deck that I was running. Like I've mentioned, it is 8 standby centered around Fern and Stark. Now, this isn't a full powered deck because TCG Player actually lost one of my packages containing a couple of the one-ofs, which is the Bomb Fern, as well as the Frieren that is on play, ditch a card, top check 4, add a level 1 or higher card. If I had more of those readily available, I think this deck would be more optimized. But those cards are expensive now, so I'm probably not going to end up getting them.
Well, I got it. This is my first locals top in a while. Granted, you know, wasn't that many people at the shop, but hey, a top is a top, right? I'm curious to see how this deck does with a little more people, but I honestly, not to brag. I don't want it to sound like I'm bragging. I kind of played pretty well. There were certain times where I was like, well, with this, I could use this strategy. If my opponent does this, I could play this. What I was really banking on was keeping my 3-2 on board, my 2-2 in the back row. With my 3-2 with Bodyguard, I could pop my 2-2 and just keep that 3-2 alive. Can't be reversed, so it could go over anti-early drops. That situation came up a couple times, but thankfully, you know, it was just too big and they just crashed into everything. This deck is really strong. I think I'm finally turning on Standby. I know I'm known as the gold bar player, and I will forever be known as the gold bar player because that is my favorite trigger. But I don't know, Standby is the only deck that gives me wins. Fern and Stark's love is strong enough for me to get a top at locals. Now, as mentioned in the voiceover, this isn't straight full power because of, you know, TCG Player losing my stuff constantly. So there are a couple changes that I would make to the deck. Mainly, probably getting rid of the 1/1s. Like, I didn't play those at all. And on top of that, I've never triggered at level 0 with my standbys. I would 100% swap them out with the cards that got lost in the mail, either of these. So as for the prices, we did get 4 of the Shioko Lunar New Year PR cards. They are so cute. And I did get the winner's PR card from Quince. I thought it was gonna be hollow, but it's not. It is not hollow. It's just a regular card with like gold foiling on it, which is a bit of a disappointment, but I mean, at least we got winner's PR cards. And with store credit, I did get the Wasteland and the Nidoking. So these are gonna go in the binder and I will never look at them again. So this deck, I really like it. You keep the 3/2 alive on board with its bodyguard effect, you know, the 2/2 effect, as well as the memory kick counter. But your real finisher is actually this yellow card right here, the early play. You build a board, you swing big with power. There are quite a bit of triggers in here that help push for damage. And because you're not paying stock for really anything, especially if, like, for your early plays or your 3/2s, your 2/2s, or anything, you do generate so much stock. And it's mainly because you're not really paying anything. And the cards that you are paying for really need that stock. You got like 3 stocks here and there. And of course, there is the option to hard play your 3/2 Ferns or your 3/2 Starks. You are really banking on standbying your yellow card because you don't really have that much yellow in the deck. Personally, it hasn't been an issue the couple times that I played it at this tournament and just online as well. But I don't know, dude. I love this deck. This deck is really, really fun. So there you go. Let me know what you think. If you have the deck, tell me how your matches go. Any updates I could do to the deck as well. I will be making a deck profile as well, so keep an eye out for that. Again, Crazy Nick's Gaming's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. for Weiss Schwarz. They do multi-language. They got PR cards and all that good stuff. And the staff, very nice. Bathrooms, clean. Thank you again. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.